Hi, how are you? I'm Nathan, and this is Conscious Spirit Podcast. Yes, so um, what have we got for this week? Well, the day's Thursday, and usually on Thursdays, I do loads of messaging. I'm going to be a bit different this week because this week it's all about February's tarot scopes. And so, what I'll be doing is picking each Aries, like I've got a card here, picking a horoscope, and then I've added a tarot card with it. And then it's going to give you some symbolism, some insights, some information for the month of February. I've already written some notes down just to prepare myself. I don't actually remember all this information off the top of my head, so please bear with me. I'd love to know your comments. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know which star sign are you, and is it and does it resonate with you with the card that's chosen? And yeah, please like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and let's see how we go. So any minute now, I'm going to go ahead. But just before I do that, I just wanted to let you know about our website, which is tceverydaypsychics.com. And we have a great website with a group of people that do fabulous things. We not only do readings, we do spiritual development. We also do clearings. So if you have something that goes bump in the night in your house, or maybe you're not too sure about the atmosphere, you write down a message, send a message to us, and we will look into it and see if it needs clearing. It may just be the energy in the house, not necessarily an earthy or an entity or anything like that. It could just be the energy needs clearing and the grids need sorting out in your home or workplace. On top of that, if you have, we do POV reaction videos to ghost hunters. If you have a video you'd like us to react to, then send us the information on through our website, through our comment page, and we'll get back to you and we'll see what we can do. We love all your videos you're sending in, and yeah, who knows, your name could be up on their channel. So just going to take a breather and then we'll start the horoscopes. Okay, so our first horoscope is the Ram. So it's going to be for the month of February. So I've chosen the Ram. And what I've done as well is I have chosen a tarot card, which you have got the Queen of Swords. So this February is it's about leaning into your clarity and honesty and decisive thinking. I mean, the Queen of Swords embodies a blend of sharp intellect and fair discernment. And she encourages you to cut through the confusion you may have this February and speak your truth with grace. And the key for this month felt like the key themes this month felt like that you need to expect opportunities. It's about your boundaries. It's about independent insight and also truth-telling relationships. And then after relationship, I'll go into other few categories. So the Queen of Swords and the Ram. It felt this month expect opportunities. And this will give you the opportunity to express your thoughts and your thoughts with passion. And with that, it's about speaking honestly, but with kindness this month to people. Now, you may need to set or reinforce your boundaries this month. You know, the Queen reminds you that boundaries protect your energy and your goals. And the insight this month is about trusting your own judgment. Your inner critic is tempered by discernment this month. So be mindful of that. And lastly, it's about seeking relationships and conversations this month and making sure that they are honest and constructive. let go of the drama and ambiguity. You just don't need it this month. So with love and relationships this month, well, singles, it feels a meaningful conversation could spark a connection. So it's about being transparent this month about what you want, and don't rush into infatuation. Look for compatibility and shared visions. Partners or maybe committed partners. Honesty this month honest talks this month can deepen your trust between each other. If you've been withdrawn lately and been withholding feelings, February is a good time to express them clearly and calmly. And the focus for all of you is communication. Obviously, we've got the Queen of Swords. It's communication. It's listening as well as speaking, and avoiding those impulsive reactions. And remember to pause to consider the other person's perspective or viewpoint. So in career, what about career and finances? How about that? Well, February favors strategic communication and formal presentations. So we've got the Queen of Swords with this, and it feels like formal presentations and that communication is key in your career. You may be asked to lead a meeting or present a clear plan. So use concise language and structure with your ideas, and make sure it's logical, so it makes sense and it's poignant and it makes an impression on those listening. Your finances this month, well, it felt like be prudent with your spendings this February. The Queen of Swords reminds and supports, Queen of Swords supports savvy budgeting and evaluating financial options with a clear head. So don't just go spending, don't spend too much on February the 14th. And then we have health and well-being. What do we see this month? Well, as we've got the Queen of Swords, Rams, it's about your mental clarity is your ally. It's very important this month. And practice brief routines that center your mind. Very important. You could use journaling. You could do short meditations. Fred's Meds. There we are. Try that. Or a quick planning session each morning. Remember, boundaries protect your energy and ensure you're not overcommitting, not overdoing it with your health. So it's very important this month you allocate time for rest and solo reflection. Okay, so if we just break it up, February, beginning of the month, it's about clarity. Arrives in a conversation this month. Don't rush decisions. Also, boundaries need to be set, become essential for you this month, and communicate limits kindly. Middle of the month, well, strategic thinking peaks. So it's about presenting clear plans and what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve. And at the end of the month, it's about reflection and honest evaluation of progress. I hope that made sense, Aries. Let me know your thoughts. Hi, so we chose, we chose the Knave of Swords, or the Page of Swords, and this is for Taurus. Taurians, your horoscope for February 2026. And the card of the month with that is the Knave of Swords. Now, February 2026 invites Taurians to approach the month with curiosity. It's important. Approach it with curiosity. Early spring energy. It's about and willingness to learn. Knowledge, pages, or sometimes that youthfulness of wanting to learn something. So the Page of Swords brings that youthful spark. Questions, fresh ideas, and a readiness to explore new perspectives. So this month, it's a time to gather your information. It's about testing your assumptions, and it's about communicating clearly with others. So the key themes this month is about embracing new topics. It's about embracing new skills, a way of thinking, and a curious mindset can uncover useful insights. Your communication this month needs to be clear. Practice honest communication. Make sure it's direct, yet gentle. Don't be too severe. So direct, gentle communication. And listen as much as you can. So listen as much as you can, as much as you speak. But listen as much as you can as you speak. Don't be the one doing all this. Time to listen. And Taurians are quite good at that. They're quite good at listening. And adaptability. Be prepared this month to adjust your plans as new information comes to light. So let's look at love and relationships. Well, singles, what do we have? Well, you might spark a connection through a shared interest or a shared thought, insight in conversations. You might be trying to conversation. You go, oh, I'm liking this, and it sparks that connection through a conversation. And it's about making sure you show genuine curiosity about the other person. Don't think it's all you. Remember, share genuine curiosity about that other person, and avoid jumping to conclusions. Be part of the conversation, not me. Partnerships and committed relationships. What about that? Well, this month is about open dialogues, about future plans or everyday routines that can bring that mutual understanding. And what do you need to focus this month? Well, you need to focus on clear, kind communication. You know, swords are about communication. So it's focusing on that clear, kind communication and ensuring your curiosity is in there and it's curious about each other's perspective in this relationship. And don't forget, and it's about, I'm getting my words mixed, and it's about avoiding overthinking without data. All right. So, what about your career and finances? Well, it feels like this month, if you're looking for a job, you might get it. February favors a new job or learning on a job. That's what it feels like. So it's important at the interview, important if you're at a job and you're learning something, ask plenty of questions and propose new ideas, and also be ready to adopt as projects evolve. So your finances, how your finances going to be? Well, your finances, think before you buy. So it's about gather the information before making big purchases, and a measured approach and small informed steps will serve you well. Any opportunities? Well, yeah, if you're networking or using research-based tasks, could lead you this month to those helpful contacts and new responsibilities. So what about your health? What about your well-being? Well, mental stamina. Let's say it seems about keeping it light this February. You know, a steady routine that exercises the mind without overloading you. You know, reading puzzles, short courses can be beneficial. This month, your well-being, stress management. Sometimes Taurus can be stress magnets, or can be very calm, depending what your rising in your descendant sign is. But this month, when plans shift, feels things will be shifting this month. When plans shift, practice quick grounding techniques to stay centered, and so you don't get really stressed about those plans that are shifting very quickly. And don't forget, Taurans, it's very important you sleep and you rest. So ensure adequate downtime, because you will need it with all this thinking and all this processing and communication this month. You'll need it to process new information and ideas. Well, I hope that made some sense. Have a fabulous month, and I'll see you next month for your Terrascope. Hi, Gemini. Well, Gemini horoscope for February 2026. Gemini. I picked the card that came up for you was the Fool. Now, February 26 invites Gemini to embrace that spontaneity, those fresh starts, and light-hearted curiosity. You see, the Fool invites you to trust the spark of a new path. And it does feel like in February, there is going to be plenty of that. So take that leap with optimism, even if you don't have every detail sorted. This month, this February month, is about experiment, rediscovering play, and approach life with a beginner's mind. Probably February and January, probably a little bit, oh, there's so much going on. Well, take this month as an experiment and full of enjoyment. So the key themes this month for Gemini, well, new beginnings and optimism. Well, a door opens, a door closes, a new one opens. And to something untested, you aren't aware of. So step through it, not with worry, but with curiosity. So your optimism and risk tolerance this month. Well, courage to try unknowns. That's what the Fool did. Try to go to unknowns. And it's about wiggle room. Have that wiggle room for steps or miss opportunities. But it's important you learn why you missed it, or learn by what that wiggle room is. And lastly, this month's about communication. I think every card, I think every horoscope, I think this month is getting a lot about communication. But with the Fool, it's about balanced plans, and with it's about keeping that communication lively, poignant, and don't forget to use humor, so it can ease those tight spots when, oh God, how are we going to get through this conversation? Remember, don't overthink every step. Take it easy, and take it with grace. Take it with lightness. All right. Now, love and relationships. What's happening with Gemini? Well, singles. Let's look at this. So if you're single and you're Gemini, well, a chance encounter or not so serious romance could become meaningful in February. Don't know if February the 14th has anything to do with that, but if you remain open and playful, follow your curiosity rather than over analyzing, which you can sometimes do. So just be mindful, be open, be playful. Partners or committed partners, partners, when I mean partners, it could be business partners or committed relationships. Infuse your relationship this month with lightness. Remember, we've got the Fool. It's about lightness. Don't get so into it. Just breathe. Breathe. And it's about spontaneous dates. It's about sharing new experiences. It's not having something penciled down and it's going, right, let's go for a great walk. Or, I know, why don't we book that comedy club on Friday night? Spontaneous dates. It's really important. And keep that relationship light. And the focus this month, fun. Trust. Got to be a bit of important bit there. Fun, trust, on exploration, what feels rather than what's safe. Okay, then we have your career and finances. What's happening this month? Well, it feels like favors creative initiative with you this month. And it's about trying new approaches. Don't be afraid to pitch new ideas, or start a side project. Start something on the side. Our finances, well, February, it's about a curious jump can pay off. Curious or cautious? I'm going to say a cautious jump can pay off. Start with small experiments before committing large sums. Okay, so it's about small experiments before committing to large sums. Okay, health and well-being. What are we doing with health and well-being? Well, it's mental well-being. It feels this month, and it's about learn into play. That's it, because we had it earlier, that play, that lightness, and that is going to help you relieve your stress. Short breaks and playful activities will boost your mood. Believe me, it will. With physical energy, moderate activity this month. You know, go walking, maybe dancing, or quick workouts, and that will help channel the Fool's energy this February. And the boundaries, well, it's all about well-being, isn't it? Keeping enthusiasm up. Keep it up, and don't make it, don't let it become impulsive. Remember, check in with your limits. That's the boundary. Check with what you can do. And if you have to stop, stop, and have the confidence to do that. Well, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed that, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, Cancer. Yes, horoscope for February 26th. And the card for the month, you were chosen the Ace of Wands. Now, February 26th, for Cancer, is about being impulsive. And it's about making new starts, whether creative or ambitious projects. And it's embracing these with enthusiasm, that injecting impulsiveness, that funness, that, oh, great. Okay, and it's about that. It's really important and that impulsive with you this month, and it's not stopping; it's carrying on. Hi, Cancer. Well, you're the crab, as you can see. Beautiful card there. And the card that was chosen for you this month was the Ace of Wands. And February 26th brings Cancer a powerful surge of inspiration, that momentum and fresh starts. See, the Ace of Wands signals a bright, creative impulse, or it might be a bold new project you feel compelled to pursue. It's a month, so February, it's a month to act on that enthusiasm. Trust your gut and turn ideas into tangible beginnings. So we have some key themes this month, and they are new creative beginnings, that momentum, the passion, enthusiasm, courage, and initiative. They seem to be your themes this month. So it's about sparking that, that creative beginning. It's about sparking and igniting, those beginnings, those creative beginnings in your work, in hobbies or personal projects. It's about taking that momentum, taking that first step, and keep building. Small, steady progress compounds. Start small and then build. Don't go in big, because you will struggle. And your passion, enthusiasm month, well, let what excites you drive your actions and decisions, and act despite uncertainty. Your initiative now can set lasting momentum and have courage to do that. So I'll break it into three areas: love and relationships, career and finances, and health and well-being. So Ace of Wands and the Crab. Well, singles, a passionate connection could emerge from a shared interest of a bold new activity this month. So remember to follow your curiosity and express genuine interest. Don't be a wallflower this month. Partners, committed, it's about starting something new together, like a project or an evening class or a trip that can deepen your bond together. So plan that joint adventure that feeds both your passions. Remember, this month, Ace of Wands, it's that impulsiveness, it's that passion. So your focus is express that enthusiasm, share your dreams, and nurture a sense of shared adventure. So your career and finances, what's it like this month? Well, February favors taking initiative on those bold ideas or leading a pilot project in your career. So remember to show excitement and outline a practical path to move it forward. You know, you want the beginning, the middle, and the end. Don't just be the middle, the beginning person, because people will take you seriously when you show those three areas. So remember to show the practical path in your idea or project. Your finances, well, it's about investing in those initiatives that have long-term growth potential. Avoid impulsive, unplanned spending. Otherwise, you will have nothing when it comes to the end of the month. And opportunities this month, well, new collaborations or leadership roles may appear. So seize these with confidence and with clear vision. Have courage, have faith, and trust yourself. So health and well-being. Well, energy and vitality this month. Your energy feels like it's vibrant. Channel it into physical activity you enjoy. So if you like going walking, if you like tennis, well, enjoy it. Put that physical energy into it. Stress this month, well, balance. It's about balance this month and making sure you have rest breaks to prevent burnout and ensure that you get sleep and recovery this month. Now build that downtime into your schedule so you can recharge your creative battery. All right. So remember, this month is about act on what truly excites you. Take small steps, start small, but stay consistent. Fourth, cultivate that momentum this month. Create short milestones and celebrate them. And then don't forget to trust your instinct. Let your inner drive guide those practical decisions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, so Leos, welcome. So we have Leo. I've got a card for you there. Lovely. The Leo. And the tarot card that was chosen for you was the Ace of Swords. Yes, the Ace of Swords. So this February, Leo, it's about a sharp clarity, and a decisive surge of mental energy. I always look at this as something, the sword of truth. But the Ace of Swords signals a breakthrough moment this month for you. Maybe it's a new idea, a fresh start in communicating, or it might be a breakthrough in a stubborn situation. But this month, February, you're going to get through it. Now, expect the blunt truth, expect fair judgment and the momentum to cut through that confusion with confidence. That confidence is from you. So the key themes this month of February was about clarity and truth. Having this card, it's about a clear view will emerge on important issues. Now, when they do, remember to speak honestly, clearly, and directly this month. This month is about decision and action. So make sure your quick, well-considered decisions will move you towards this month. This month is about mental focus. So it's about sharp thinking. It's about problem solving, and strategic planning are your allies. And don't forget boundaries, integrity. They're part of this month of February. So stand by your values and protect your time from draining distractions. So what I've done this month as well, we broke it into a couple of areas: love and relationships, career and finances, and health and well-being. So if you're single, what's happening? Well, it feels like a candid conversation or a new standard you set for yourself could attract someone who respects your honesty. So don't misinterpret the bluntness for lack of warmth, but as for balance and kindness. So if you're single, watch out. They're going to come and they're going to go, ooh, I like what he says. I like what she says. Now, if you've got partners, or you're in, could be business partner, or could be a committed relationship, this month of February is about open, direct talks. And it's about your needs, about your boundaries, or future plans that can strengthen your trust together. So a clear vision for the relationship will spark alignment. But it's important you are open and direct. Remember, Ace of Swords is about that clear, direct communication. And also in relationship, focus that communication is honest. There's mutual respect and a willingness to confront sensitive topics constructively. So, career and finances, what's happening? Well, February feels like it favors decisive proposals. It's about policy updates or cutting through red tape. So, remember, in your career, present a clear plan or argument and back it with solid data. If you haven't, they won't believe you and they will just pass you by. So your finances, well, it's about clear budgeting and evaluating options with a rational eye will prevent missteps. Remember, avoid hasty investments without thorough reviews. It's very important for you this month. And opportunities, well, you may win recognition for your candor and strong leadership, but be prepared to advocate for what works best for you. And then we have your health and your well-being. Well, we got the Ace of Swords here, so it's about mental clarity. Use focus routines, short planning sessions, lists or journaling, and that will help you harness your mental energy and clarity. The stress this month of February, well, direct communication can reduce misunderstandings and address issues early to lower the stress. If you've got misunderstandings, that just adds fuel to the fire. So it's important to be direct this month and address those issues early. And as anything, and what a lot of the signs this month are having is it's important to ensure your downtime, which is your sleep and recovery, and it's about not burning out from all that overthinking. It's about breathing and taking time for yourself. So the tips for you this month, well, it's about speak with integrity for you, Leo. Be careful, but considerate in your delivery. And cut through the noises, cut through the red tape, identify what's essential, and then act on it. Trust your discernment. Your judgment is keen this month. So remember to set those clear boundaries and protect your priorities and time. Well, I hope that made some sense this month, Leo, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hi, Virgo. Well, so horoscope for February 2026. And the Virgo card, the maiden, there we have her. And what card was picked for you? Well, you had the world. Yes, the world. And the world, well, what's it bringing for you, Virgo? Well, February 2026 brings Virgo a sense of completion, integration, and those expansive horizons. See, the world card signifies finishing a big cycle, recognizing your growth, and stepping into a new level of mastery. February is a time to celebrate achievements. And align your plans with a broader purpose. Maybe do some travel or study something that broadens your perspective this month. So, what key themes have we got for you this month? Well, we just said completion and integration. So, it's about tying up loose ends. See how different areas of life connect. Milestones and mastery, how about that? Well, it's about acknowledging your skills that you've developed over time and showcase them. And this is a month for expansion opportunity. New chapters can begin as old ones close. So be ready to pivot gracefully. You don't want to pivot straight over. So pivot gracefully. And your alignment and purpose this month of February, your everyday actions reflect a larger, meaningful goal this month. So I've picked love and relationships, career and finances, and then obviously health and well-being. So what have we got for love and relationships? Well, if you're single, there will be a sense of closure or a turning point, which could attract someone who mirrors your readiness for depth, maybe your values. So it's important this month to enjoy those meaningful conversations that feel finally understood. Now, if you've got a partner or you're in a committed relationship, this month of February is about shared goals that align with those long-term plans. So it's about celebrating. Oh, my light's just gone off. I'm sorry about that. It's about celebrating a milestone together. Strengthening the bond, which will clarify in the next step of where you go. So in love or relationships, it's about focus on the gratitude for growth, open-hearted sharing. I was going to say singing then. And it's about acknowledging how far you have come, either by yourself or with your shared loved one. So what about your career and finances this month, Virgo? Well, February, it feels like favors culmination of projects and recognition of your expertise. So it's about use your well-earned experience to mentor others or lead a final push to completion. Your finances, well, stability is important in February and long-term planning, and it will feel that they will come into focus. So it's about reviewing those investments and ensure they align with your bigger picture. Any opportunities this month of February? I think there may be. They may arrive through established networks. Be ready to travel, study, or collaborate internationally this February. Very interesting. And so what about your health and well-being? Well, your physical well-being, a sense of wholeness supports steady energy. So maintain that. Maintain a balanced routine this month. And that includes rest, movement, and don't forget mindful eating. Now, obviously, health and well-being is also about that mental and emotional health. So it's about this February, savor those achievements. Practice self-gratitude to push that positive momentum. And don't forget, we all need sleep and recovery. So prioritize relaxation rituals into your week's experience, and it will really help you. So, tips from the world for Virgo. Well, it's about celebrating completion. Acknowledge your accomplishments before sharing anew. It's about seek global or long range perspective. It's about considering how today's choices may impact the bigger picture. And move with confidence. Your mastery is visible this month. Share it with clarity and grace. And I wish you a fabulous month, Virgo. So, with all that, I hope to see you next time. So, take care. Bye bye. Hi, Libra. Welcome. It's February. We have the scales, Libra scales. And the card for this month. Oh, there goes my light. I think my light has just died. Apologies, so I'll carry on. The card for you this month was the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords. Okay, so what are we saying about the Ten of Swords? So, oh, hang on. What are we saying about the Ten of Swords? Hang on, I'm just trying to gain that uh what's it called? Light, and I don't think it's going to work. So let's just carry on. So we got the Ten of Swords. Okay, Ten of Swords here. So what does February bring for you, 26? Well, it brings Libra a moment of endings, a moment of release and the dawn of a new chapter. Remember, nothing can get worse than the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords signals a painful but necessary closure you might have to experience this February. Now, it's often after a period of strain in the relationship or strain of the overthinking. While the scenery may feel final, this card also makes an opportunity to let go. And when you let go, you reset and reimagine your path with a new, fresh perspective. So the themes for this month, this February, well, we've got the Ten of Swords is about ending and release. So conclude what no longer serves you. Release old patterns, expectations, release burdens. You just don't need it this month. This month's about clarity through thresholds. The darkest hour gives way to clarity. What you choose to release reveals your next direction. Okay? Don't think, oh no, what's going to happen? Release it and it will unfold and come before you. And this month's about rest and recovery. Remember, after a descent, recovery and renewal are available. Honor your pace. It's important. Take things easy. Don't rush. And because we've got the Ten of Swords, it's about reflection. It's looking back and going, I need some honest assessment of those past choices that I chose that will help me move forward in a better light. So, love and relationships is at the end. Well, if you're single, a breakup or emotional boundary could shift your priorities this month and shift it towards self-care and something that you truly want. Are you in something, are you single because you want to be, or do you want to be with someone? So it's about that self-care and understanding what you truly want. So remember, you need to stay open to healing and new standards for future connections. Because maybe you might be single because you need some healing to get through something to then open up and be with somebody. If you have a partner or you're in a committed relationship, this month of February may prompt honest conversations about pain, about boundaries and mutual needs. Repair can begin with both sides. Repair can begin when both sides acknowledge what hurts and commit to healthier dynamics. So this month in your relationships, focus is on honest communication, forgiveness where possible, and choosing relationships that nourish your well-being. It's very important, okay? Okay, so your career and finances, what is going to be? Well, in your career, February may reveal coming to an end of a project or maybe a role. So use the closure time to reassess your goals and set clearer, more balanced targets. But be prepared. Maybe time to close the door for a new one to open. So your finances, well, it feels like be conservative this month of February. Conservative budgeting is wise. Avoid those risky ventures until you've fully processed lessons from the past and what you've learned to bring forward. So it's important, be careful this month with your money. And opportunities where it feels like a fresh start appears after the release. So we said something closed, a new door opens. That could be to a new job, a different team, or maybe, your job, your responsibilities are finished, but new responsibilities become apparent and open and become fresh and come into view. So what else have we got for, well, health and well-being? What's happening? Well, we got swords. So it's about mental and emotional health. So allow yourself to grieve and release. Allow yourself time to heal. And sometimes journaling or talking therapy are an easy way or an easy tool to help that process. Remember, you don't have to be with somebody professional. It could be with the best friend that you need to get this off your chest, you need to talk. So someone is listening and you may give you some clear advice. Your physical well-being is important this February, so take gentle activity that supports the recovery. Don't forget to prioritize your sleep. And it's important that you strengthen boundaries to protect your mental space as you progress and become anew. So the tips for this month, well, it's about embrace the ending. It's about clears the way for new beginnings. Remember, when one door closes, another will open. Release the baggage with intention. Let go of what you cannot control and forgive what you cannot change. And don't forget to plan for that restart. Don't become like a deer in headlights. Oh my God, it ended. Oh my God, what's happening? Channel the energy of closure into a personal new start. Prepare. And if needed, seek support. Remember, don't hesitate to lean on friends this month, mentors or professionals during the transition of closing and opening and starting anew. Remember, I said earlier, a friend in need is important. So I hope that made sense this month, Libra, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, Scorpio. Well, so what's happening? Well, we have the month of February for you. So what is happening here? We are the Scorpio. You can see that. Sting in the tail. Well, February 2026 invites Scorpio to lead from a place of emotional mastery. We have the King of Cups for you this month. The King of Cups, well, embodies balance, compassion, psychological insight, steady leadership in those turbulent waters that we have currently. So you might find yourself this month guiding others with that calm diplomacy. So it's very important this month. You need to trust your intuition before making decisions that honor both your heart and your head. So your key themes this month, obviously we've got emotional mastery. So it's about navigating feelings and respond rather than react this month. Remember to listen rather than doing all the talking as well. You know, the king is a leader, so it's about your compassionate leadership. And it's important this month of February that you're supporting others while maintaining those clear boundaries. King of Cups is intuition insight, your gut feelings. So I was touching him up. My gut feelings, my big belly, your gut feelings are strong this February. So combine them with your thoughtful analysis to get what you need. And it's about diplomacy and harmony in February. Seek win-win outcomes in conflicts and our tough conversations. You're a mastery. Fantastic. I love this card. So, love and relationships. What's happening? Well, if you're single this month, if you're single and you're going into February, that's what I meant to say, Scorpio, its activity is going to come to you from authentic vulnerability and a serene, confident vibe. So let your empathy draw others close to you without losing those boundaries. I think you're going to be a hot toddy this month, Scorpio, in February, especially when we've got the 14th of February coming up. Now, if you got a partner in a committed relationship, that deep emotional bonding through honest, compassionate conversations, it's about creating space for mutual support and shared dreams. Remember, you know, it's creating space. It's important couples have their own space and they understand why. And they don't have to be doing anything. It could be them just sitting in silence, meditating, reading a book, while the other one's watching TV or doing work on the laptop. It's important you have that space. And it's also the focus for all relationships and love is that emotional honesty this month and nurturing connections and peaceful problem solving. And you can definitely, Scorpio, going to get that with this card, King of Cups. So your career finances, what does it look like this month? Well, February favors roles where you mentor, negotiate, or mediate are very strong this month. So use your understanding of people to forge collaborations and resolve statements and stalemates. So your finances, well, prudent planning needs to shine. So it's about considering long-term stability and quick wins. You have the patience to see through it. So just keep at it. You know, it's about that stewardship. Keep on it. Because opportunities will arise, especially if you're a leader that involves diplomacy. Okay. And maybe some client relationships may arise. You might need to mediate in the meantime to help the momentum of you moving forward. So your health and well-being. Well, let's see. What was your health and well-being? Well, obviously we've got the King Cups. So it's going to be about your emotional health. So it's important you practice self-care that sustains your emotional balance. So you could use this through journaling, or therapy, whether it be professional or personal. You could often use a quiet reflection, and that can be essentially beneficial for you. And your stress this month. Well, when tensions rise, it's about breathing, centering yourself, and respond with that measured calm. Don't forget, you need sleep. We all need sleep. So make sure it's regular sleep routine to maintain your inner peace amid your busy mind, busy, active mind. So this month, Scorpio, what tips have we got for the King of Cups? Well, lead with compassion, balance empathy with practical judgment. Remember, trust your intuition. Let inner insights guide those big decisions. And set healthy boundaries. Remember, supporting others without losing yourself. And as we have the King of Cups, is about staying emotionally calm under pressure. Okay, hope that made sense this month, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care. Hi, Sagittarius. Well, we have the horoscope for February 2026 for you. Here's your card, the Centurion. And your card chosen for the month of Feb was the Five of Cups. Now, February 26 invites Sagittarius to sit with disappointment, reassess expectations, discover what remains is worth cherishing. You know, the Five of Cups speaks to grief, loss, or feeling let down, but it also carries a liberation reminder. Not all is lost. So there are still opportunities. Yeah, there are still opportunities. And there are still possibilities. Trying to get the words out of my mouth. And silver linings to notice if you shift your focus. So even though this, people are, oh, Five of Cups, oh, it's a terrible card. Oh, well, hang on. Not all is lost. So the key themes this month of February was about processing loss and letting go. So allow yourself this month to grieve the steps you've had to release. Healing follows acknowledgement. This month of February is about very much healing. Okay. And then shifting progress, shifting your perspective. So it's a change in focus. And that revealed the hidden support and opportunities or lessons in disguise that you need to learn this February. Also, it's about you having resilience and renewal. So the endings you experience can seed new motivation and future pathways. And don't forget, be grateful, be gratitude, be grateful for that practical hope. Balance your honest feelings this month with those practical steps toward what remains reachable. And always be grateful as well. So in love and marriage, what have we got for you this month? Well, if you're single, maybe a recent disappointment might give way to a clearer sense of what you truly value in a partner. So it's important you stay open to people who show that consistent care. It's not all about the chemistry. Now, if you're in a partner or committed relationship, maybe, or should I say it feels like a previously strained situation can improve as you both release unmet expectations and choosing that constructive hope over dwelling on what went wrong and what could we have done and the what ifs. So February is about focusing honest acknowledgement of what hurts you, followed by the compassionate communication and patient rebuilding. Very important this month, February, for you, Sagittarius. So your career this month, well, February asks you to mourn outdated plans while honoring what still works. Maybe you need to put something to bed. Maybe you have to go, oh God, what do we do? But the reflection is important and how you can reframe setbacks and as data to guide wiser, better new directions. So you can improve your momentum going forward. So your finances, well, if they're not good, avoid dwelling on the loss. Instead, reassess budgets with a pragmatic eye. Small, steady adjustments yield stability. So stop going, whoa, no money. Do something about it. Put things in place. Plan things. And you will reap the rewards. Okay, health and well-being. What's happening? Well, we have the Five of Cups. Cups is about emotions. So permit yourself to feel the sting, unfortunately, in February. Then consciously pivot toward healing activities. So you're going to feel the sting, saying, why I'm trying to sting? We need healing. So maybe through therapy, journaling, or trusting, or talking to a trusted friend always helps. You're not alone. Now, your physical well-being this month is about those gentle routines that will help you support your recovery from the emotional strain. So things you can do, be with nature, go for walks. Yoga is amazing. And also, they do these now mindful breathing, which are really fantastic for you. Remember, protect your energy from the drowned environments that you're around or those unsupportive people. You just don't need it. So the tips for the month of February, well, acknowledge what's happened. It's about validation of your feelings is the first step to healing. Look for the remaining 2 cups, because remember, in the other one, 3 of the cups are fallen over. So it's about looking for the 2 remaining cups. Identify what still supports you, what you value, and what you can build on. And then plan, hopefully, that next chapter. So it's about turning reflection into actionable next steps. Very important. And of course, if you can't do it all on your own, it's about seeking support. You don't have to navigate this month of February alone. Lean on trusted friends or a coach or a therapy if needed, because they may have some of the answers or the key for you, that momentum to move forward. Okay. I hope that made sense this month, Centaurs, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, Capricorn. We have here the sea goat. There we go. The card we get Capricorn, and the card you chose for the month of February was the 7 of Coins. Now, February 26th invites Capricorn. It's about to pause, assess, and tend the lower burns of growth. Now, we've got the 7 of Pentacles here, and that favors patient nurturing. It feels like you're in a phase of sowing, waiting, maybe evaluating what your efforts are yielding. It's a month to progress, to measure progress, adjust your plans, and trust that steady work will compound into tangible results. It's about trusting your abilities to be able to move forward. So the key themes this month, Capricorn with the 7 of Coins, is patience and evolution. Review what's working and what isn't. Refine your approach. Get rid, carry on. It's not racing to the end. This month, February, is about steady progress. Small, consistent steps that will accumulate into meaningful gains. Your long-term focus, well, is about investments now that pay off in the coming months. So keep your eye on the horizon. And it's about quality this month. Pay attention to that craftsmanship, through your careful attention. It's not all about quick fix. So it's about that slow, meaning momentum going forward. So what do we have for you for love and relationships this month? Well, singles, it feels like month of February, if you're single, which is great, it's about a measured approach to dating this month. And what do we have on the 14th? We have Valentine's Day. How fantastic. So take time to understand values and long-term chemistry and avoid rushing towards conclusions. Remember, look for compatibility. It's important. If you're partnered or in a committed relationship, it's about revisiting shared goals and practical plans. Thoughtful gestures, long-term commitments, reinforcing your trust. It's about focusing on your consistency, your honesty about your needs, and building a stronger foundation for that lasting connection between each other. It's important. So what about your career and finances in February? Well, February feels like it rewards strategic planning and your diligent hard work this from January this month into February. So it's about you tracking progress, report on outcomes, and be patient for results to manifest. So you're saving your finances. Well, it's about in the month of February, it's budgeting, steady budgeting and savings. And these actions will serve you well. Remember, avoid, I think a lot of people this month of February avoid impulsive purchases. Be careful. You know, you want long term goals, not so if you're saving up for something, save up to get that car, save up to get stop buying impulsive buyings. Okay, now your health and well-being. What's happening? Well, we got the coins, so it's about physical balance, mental physical balance. So it's about that sustainable routine that blends well with you, with your work, with your rest and nutrition. The month of February is about nutrition for you, Capricorns. You know, steward your energy, realistic goals. Look at those diet plans and make sure we're not eating just loads of processed foods this month. Try whole, whole foods. Whole foods. There we go. And your stress. What about your stress? Well, we all have stress, and it's about ensuring you sleep, mindfulness, routine. It's about not overdoing it, ensuring you're getting consistency, so that you are able to accumulate your energy for those big steps later in the month that are going to come forward. So, tips from the Seven of Pentacles for Capricorns in February. It's about being patient. Growth takes time, and it's about trusting that process. Remember, reassess regularly. Use checkpoints to adjust your strategy of what you're doing. Invest in quality. Remember, don't purchase, don't allow the impulsive purchase because you're saving something. Stay on the course. Stay focused. You know, your steady effort today seeds future rewards. Well, I hope that made some sense. I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Hi, Aquarius, the water bearer. How are you? Here's your horoscope for February 2026. And the card that was chosen you for the month of February was the page or the Knave of Coins or the Page of Pentacles. Now, February 26 invites Aquarius to approach tangible goals with curiosity, practicality, and a student's mindset. You know, this month it's about I can't speak. The Page of Pentacles or the Knave of Coins, it brings a fresh, grounded energy, a willingness to learn, an interest in new skills, and a practical plan taking shape. I don't know if February seems very active, feels very strategic. So February is going to be a month for you to turn ideas into small, concrete steps and build momentum through consistent study and effort. So the key themes this month are learning new skills. So pick up a new hobby, maybe a new course, or a practical project that expands your toolkit. February is about practical initiation. You start with small tasks that lay foundations later on for bigger ambitions. And maybe there is something at home you need to start. You know, let's start small and put something together and then go, end of the month or end of March, I'm going to do this, which is the bigger ambition foundation. Also this month, your curiosity meets responsibility. So balance your ideas with that careful planning and follow through. Don't give up. Carry on that momentum. gather information, test something, prep for growth, carry on, move, carry on with that momentum. It's very important. So this month we've got what's in love and relationships, your career and finances, and health and well-being. So love and relationship. Well, for singles, if you're single this month, obviously you've got February the 14th coming up, but a small burn interest based on shared curiosity or daily routines could evolve into something meaningful. But don't rush it. Enjoy the process of discovery. So maybe you've met somebody and that connection, you could be at the gym, you know, that daily routine of meeting every day, the eye across the gym, blowing small chatting, you know, don't rush into it. Enjoy the process of discovering and learning. Allow it to grow and carry on. If you're in a partner or a committed relationship, small, thoughtful acts this month of February and practical collaboration. What I mean is like planning a project together. This will help you deepen your trust and compatibility even more so. So I personally like the small, meaningful acts, you know, and doing things, little presents here and there. It's February, it's love month. Go for it. Remember, honest curiosity about each of the goals. It's about steady, patient connection and building it. It's very important, and being honest. So, career and finances, how are we for the month of February? Well, for the month of February, it's about learning a bit more. Your career is about learning on the job. So it feels like there is something you are learning on the job in your research, or maybe applying new skills to real tasks. So it's maybe you're proposing a small project, a pilot project, or a concrete plan to show initiative. That will happen in February. How are your finances? Well, it's about small savings or budgeting experiments. Track them, adjust as you learn. It's small, nothing big in February. So spend small and trust in your small savings in February. And opportunities in career and finance as well. New roles or responsibilities will come ahead, and they will be tied and closely to learning something new. So what's important is stay open to mentoring and practical feedback. Stay open to those options that are going to be presented to you. So in the month of February, how's your health and well-being? Well, we've got the coins. So it's about mental and physical stamina. So a regular, modest routine, you know, will support your steady energy. So, you know, just for example, going to the gym each day at the correct time, amount of hours, and keeping that steady energy flowing. Your stress in the month of February, well, keep expectations realistic. You know, it feels like my February is going to be a good time for you with your stress management. And to help with that, make sure you sleep, because it's important we sleep so you can process that new information and maintain the focus going forward. So the month of February, what are the focuses from the Page of Pentacles? Well, it's about staying curious and practical. Learn with an eye towards real world application. As you can see, he's staring there. Take small steps. Build that momentum. Okay? And do the homework. So gather information you need and plan before leaping. You know, that demonstrates reliability. So it's important also be consistent this month in your efforts and trust yourself and the opportunities that are coming forward. It's important. So hope you enjoyed that. The water bearer, Aquarius, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care. Hi, so Pisces. So we have the Eight of Cups. No, we don't have the Eight of Cups. We do have the Eight of Cups, but we have the Pisces card. Here we go. There we go. I was looking at the Eight of Cups. And your card of the month, Pisces, is the Eight of Cups. So February 2026 invites you, Pisces, to honor what no longer serves you and to seek more a more authentic, nourishing spiritual path in February. See, the Eight of Cups, let me go, I'm just going to show you the Eight of Cups. What does it do? Well, it speaks to leaving behind familiar but unfulfilling situations and trusting yourself that stepping away will lead you towards deeper meaning, deeper compassion, and that inner alignment. It's a month, so the month of February is about listening to your inner compass and pursue what generally resonates with your heart. It's important. Heart's emotions, heart, really important. You're moving away and you're moving away. You're trusting your inner compass and pursuing what generally resonates with you. So, what are the key themes? Well, A, courage, let go. Release attachments to outcomes, habits, or relationships that drain you. You don't need it. And search, move forward with new experiences, work, or communities that feel spiritual and emotionally fulfilling to you this month. And it's trusting your inner guidance and intuition. Your dreams, your gut feelings point the way this month to cultivate great reflection. It's important. So, with love and relationships, what have we got here? Well, singles. A relation that once felt promising may reveal its limits. Oh, gosh. So it's about trusting your inner sense and be open to new aligned connections. Partners or committed relationships, it may be time to reassess your shared values and emotional needs. Maybe a heartfelt, honest dialogue can realign the bond or greater release what's not nourishing in your relationship. So it's important you focus on that connection, that authentic connection this month, that emotional honesty, and moving towards with your relationship to honor your depth and integrity. What about career? Okay, let's have a look. Career and finances. Well, February supports stepping away from unsatisfying roles or projects and pursuing work that aligns with your calling. Look for roles that offer purpose and room for creativity. Something to think about there. And what about your finances? Well, again, let go of unsustainable financial patterns and focus on budgeting and focus what supports your long-term well-being and meaningful goals. Feels like your finances would be fine, but it's letting go of stuff that doesn't need to drain down your finances. Maybe you have some direct debits that don't need to be there. So get rid, move on. And opportunities this month, well, new directions may be open. So consider roles, collaborations, or studies that align with your ideals. So what about your health and well-being? Well, as we've got the cups, it's about the emotional health and mental and emotional health. So it's important you're prioritizing this month of February with self-compassion and that gentle self-nourishment. So practice meditation, journaling. Oh, Fred's Meds. And you can find Fred's Meds on everydaypsychics.com and or on YouTube. And it's about nurturing the time. And obviously that in turn can aid release. So the month of February is about your physical well-being. So channel your energy, but channel your energy into restorative routines. So make sure you're stretching. Make sure that the movement is helping. It's gentle movement. You're not doing exercises that are going to be and then you're ill for the next week. And make sure you get restful sleep. Okay. So tips from the Eight of Cups this month for you, Pisces. Well, it's about listening to your heart. Your deepest needs are guiding you towards your truth. Remember, let go with intention. Release what's not serving your highest good. And seek meaningful horizons. What I mean is move toward experiences that offer deep and purposeful. Make sure the experiences are deep and are deep, have depth, are meaningful, have purpose. It's important. And trust the process. Times of departure, you need to move away, often lead to more authentic destinations. Oh, that's interesting. So don't stay in one town for too long because you may not need it because there may be something further on down the line. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed that. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.